Welcome to another episode of Mom Talk. We are starting this one off with, I've got to make a retraction statement.
We both do.
We did the type A versus type B mom.
And we're neither.
We're neither.
We thought we were A.
I was going to say, I feel like we have qualities of A.
And B.
Yeah.
Because, like, my car.
Right. You have the messy car. I mean, who doesn't? What mom doesn't?
I mean, I clean it out once a week, but, like, that's my best effort.
Yeah. But there's a type C mom.
And
we
that's us.
had never heard about it.
Until after we recorded.
Yeah, until after we did that. And now it's, like, all in our reels.
Yeah. Because it actually heard our episode and was like, you know what?
You know what? Y'all are both wrong. So let me just tell you. The type C mom, overthinking, people-pleasing, detail-oriented.
Love it.
Match all of those.
Yes. I sent you a reel.
Yes.
And it was like, pretty much, I felt like the reel I sent you was anything that had to do with your kids, you were type A, but the rest of your life was kind of B-ish.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, the one where she was like,
Do you
doing
want
the laundry, and it might be folded next week, it might not.
Right, she opened the washer. She's like, oh, a rewash never hurt anybody.
Yes.
But then she was asking her kid, okay, do you want the sandwich cut into a circle or a square?
Yeah, that's definitely us.
Yeah. And then, like, she's, like, super prepared for anything with her kids, but then, like...
Yeah, everything else just...
Shambles.
Mm-hmm.
Not shambles, but...
And, like, some stuff would be super organized in the house, like the books by color.
Yeah. Do you think this one goes with pink or purple?
And it's, like, every color.
Yeah.
It's like the rainbow.
And then, like, the kitchen counter is just chaos of mail.
Yes, when you sent me that, I was like, oh, that is absolutely...
That's me.
One of the tops to let you know is that you apologize for everything. That's all I do.
I almost feel like we started this by saying sorry.
We did.
We're not type A. We're type C.
No, that's so true, though.
And overthinking.
Oh. That is, yeah, all we do all the time.
Like, I definitely want to be a type A mom. And then I feel like in certain areas I fall short and I am type B. Not fall short, you can be type B, that's fine.
Right, but
my
feel
expectation of
right.
myself, it's a me falling short to my expectation of myself. And then, yeah, I'm glad there's a term for that.
Also, didn't I just send you that reel about the expectations? And, like, as soon as we meet them, we just raise them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, like, a constant
losing situation.
constant of us as the oldest daughters.
Yeah. Glad I had a boy first.
Yeah.
Maybe Remy can escape that.
Maybe she will. Okay. Apologize for everything. Overthinking. Let's see here. You rephrase the text 27 times to make sure it doesn't sound weird.
Yeah.
We text each other before we send a text to make sure.
It makes sense. It doesn't sound weird.
Not rude.
Right. Like,
light.
But also, we probably shouldn't send it to each other because I know how you're saying things. Like, I can hear your voice saying it in my head.
That's true.
So, like, somebody else wouldn't know that and it could still be rude.
We're still rude. Sorry.
Say yes to things that you don't really want to do.
Do you do that? All the time.
All the time.
Overanalyze
But
every decision.
That's not how the podcast started, though.
Yes, it is. You said yes, and you're like, what are you doing?
I've never listened to a podcast and I said yes.
Okay, then you're definitely that one. Because even I would be like, wait, what? Sounds scary.
I was like, yeah.
You knew how much I had overthought it, so you're like, yeah, it's good.
It's been well thought through. What could go wrong?
Oh, you said that's how the podcast started. Love it.
Good thing I'm type C.
Okay, you overanalyze every decision like it's life or death. Yes.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is. Especially with you, Victoria.
I know. I try to die sometimes.
Aww.
Whoops.
Okay. You care deeply about making everyone happy at your own expense.
True.
True. True about me or true about you?
Yeah.
Okay, you were looking at me.
I mean it all the way around. Everybody. But definitely you.
Definitely me. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
I say especially lately. It's been called into...
Yeah, it's been called into consideration.
Yeah.
And if I didn't know it, I mean, deep down, I guess I knew it. But, you know, when you're really looking see what's going on.
I think we're going to have to do like an exclusive episode and maybe talk about what we're actually saying right now.
Okay, yeah, we can do a whole episode on that.
Okay, anyway, moving on.
Okay, you care deeply about making everyone happy. I just said that.
We're reading an article, if you couldn't
Yeah.
tell.
Well, we have to make sure we check off all these, and we wanted to do it with y'all and not just like read it and then do it. Like,
Yeah.
we want to react
This
to
is
them.
true, authentic us.
Yeah, this is live. Okay, your kids' feelings are your full-time job.
Okay, it is.
You already know.
I already know.
If they're sad,
You're crying.
I'm crying, I'm a failure.
It kind of just depends for me because I'm like, oh, like I've sent you that reel multiple times. I think that you're not responsible for other people's emotions, to include your kids.
Yeah.
Because you like want to take it from them and digest it for them so that they don't have to feel it, but that doesn't work. They're still feeling it.
Yeah, and that's taken away their option to handle it.
Yeah. For like later in life coping skills.
Mm-hmm.
So me, I mean, just by nature, that's a little less me than you.
Yeah, that's naturally me.
However, my kids' feelings are still a full-time job when it comes to the fact Mason is in play therapy, and we have to extensively talk about how full his buckets are and how his volcano's feeling. Play therapy every week. Like, there's a lot of feelings still being talked about. Just, I'm not trying to digest it for you.
Okay. So I would just be like listening, but not trying to be like, give it to me.
No, like, I cannot stand when people apologize for my feelings. Like, when you're like, I'm sorry you feel that way, don't say that to me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Like, do not apologize for my feelings. It's fine to have feelings. It's fine that I'm upset. And
What if I am sad you're sorry?
if you're sorry, I'm sad.
I mean, yeah, that one.
Unless you made me sad, why are you sorry?
Because it makes me sad if you're sad.
But that's not sorry.
But I am.
Then you can tell me you're sad.
Okay, I'm sad you're sad instead of I'm
Yeah.
sorry you're sad. Okay.
Yeah. Because, like, sadness happens and, like, hate that for you.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not like, I feel like sorry, like, you're trying to take accountability for something you didn't do.
No, I can see why you say that.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I've had other people tell me that.
yeah, I'm like, don't apologize for how I feel. Now, if you did something to make me feel that way, you can apologize for your action, but don't apologize for how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Who
So-
does that to you?
Oh, I feel like a lot of people do it just like
Like in general, how
yeah,
I do?
it's just like something people say. Also, I think it doesn't have like weight with it. I think it's just like something we say. We're like, oh, I'm sorry you're sad, or sorry you're having a bad day. Why? People
Yeah.
have bad days. Unless it's your fault and you're apologizing for something you did to contribute to that, then like, don't be. Like, it's my emotion. I can get it together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope I don't ever say that to you again.
You're gonna be hyper aware
No,
now.
I am. I don't feel like I talk to you like that though.
No, but I'm like, I can't stand it, so I'm like super like, I
Yeah.
am not apologizing. Mason, I'm not sorry you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
I see that you're mad.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, if I raise my voice or do something to make him mad, I will apologize. Like, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that made you mad.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not sorry that you're mad.
Not sorry what feelings you have about it.
Yeah, you can have whatever feelings. That's life.
Okay.
And like, yeah, anyway, next.
Okay. You care. That is literally what it says. You care.
A, B, and C all care.
That's what makes you a type C mom. You care about doing things right. I mean,
depends
what's right?
Right.
What's right? I mean, I'm sure I do that, but this one's not jumping out at me.
No.
It says you care about the details other people overlook.
I think I got a little too much of the type B for that.
Yeah, that one. Remember the little things? I don't know. Thank you text.
You are very considerate. I feel like this might go into consideration. Like, you remember, like, it's mostly food, come to find out. But
Come
you
to find
remember
out.
people's little favorite snacks and stuff.
Yeah, Emma called me out that when I do a gift, it might be like a snack.
Some candy, a brownie, a cake,
I feel like
some
this
cookies.
I feel like this started with people at work and we're together all day and we're snacking. So I'm like, yes, I know all your favorite snacks. So
Yeah.
that's what I get you.
Yeah. See, I'm not like that. I know you will eat a little Easy Mac at 8 a.m.
Yes, I will.
But, like, to tell you, like, your list of favorite foods, no, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I'm eating all day, but outside of work,
Yeah. And I'm also just not like the care. I'm like, oh yeah, I know she likes that, but I'm not going to be at the store and just grab you one and then you will.
I think so. That's so nice.
You do sometimes. I'm not saying it's like every day. That's unrealistic, but you do it.
Yeah, I would think of you, Victoria.
I know. And I think of you. I'm like, oh, yep, she likes that.
Okay, so yeah, we had to make that retraction.
Yeah. If you haven't seen the Type C mom reels and you think you're an A-B mix, you're a C.
You're a C. We should have known.
Because even talking it out, I feel like I was like,
No, as soon as you sent me that reel, I was like, oh, I feel like seen.
yeah.
That is me in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Because some stuff is really not taken care of. Like, it's definitely getting pushed down.
Back burner.
And like, but I want to make sure like the kids are all set.
Oh, yeah. Like, okay, you guys know I lay out my kids' clothes for the
That
week.
was in there too.
It was in
yes.
there. I'm like, yeah, but then she's got like in her bedroom the laundry pile just like this.
Yes.
It's all clean, but she's like digging for socks.
Yes.
And we've talked about, I think before, I have a sock basket.
Yeah, because I don't.
And I do. I think this is a very Type B thing of me.
Because they're just all loose running around.
They're in a basket. They're not
No,
just
but
running
they're
around.
not paired up.
Until they need to be.
You know, I did not grow up with paired up socks.
Me either.
And then when I got married, I did pair up socks. I think maybe it was from Melissa.
So you just did it because your husband said so.
But I
Not
loved
said
it.
so.
But I was like, I so much easier. Why didn't mom always do this? So now I'm a paired up socks gal.
My problem is, okay, first of all, Jarrett's socks are easy. They're all the same socks.
Like every single pair?
Like all of his socks are, well, I mean, he's got some like dress pairs, but like his day-to-day socks, they're all the same.
Okay.
Because at the fire department, they had like a uniform.
Yeah. Are yours?
Are all my socks the same? No.
Okay. Just
So matching his socks, I'm like, pshoo, pshoo, pshoo.
yeah.
Super easy.
Mm-hmm.
The kids' socks, my socks, not the same. So I'm just like, basket.
You know what?
And they don't all make it into the same load.
Okay. I feel like I maybe type A about that.
I'm not.
Like y'all got to put your clothes in the laundry chute, obviously, which is super easy. But like those two socks came in together. They're washing together. They're drying together. Like,
I mean, it's in the hamper, and then I scoop some stuff. Do you sort your laundry?
no.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no, me either. So I just scoop
Who does anymore? Do people still do that? That's like an old wives'
It's make
tale.
believe. So no, I scoop a load up in my hands and take it and put it in the washer and start it. And if one sock makes it and one sock's going to be in the
Right.
next load.
See, mine are like basically all my kids together and then mine separate. I have to carry mine down. Theirs goes down the chute. So the chute goes in together, but I really don't like separate anything else. So, which they wear the same socks, the Nike socks. And the only problem with that is they have like 3 or 4 different heights. So I'm like, now I'm irritated
Yeah, that would be super.
because these don't actually match. And you're not going to wear a mismatch because one is like to your knee.
And the other's at your ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
And then when those go back and forth, you know, from the different houses, no good.
So I have a sock basket, and I will dig through the sock basket until I get around to doing the sock basket. But the sock basket does eventually get done.
Okay. Joseph does not pair his socks, but they like
They snuggle?
they snuggle. But his are also like he's very clean,
Yeah.
like organized. Like don't look at my sock drawer. That's why I have to pair them if I want to find anything. And I probably actually need to clean it out. Like that's what I want to do this summer is like clean out everything.
I want to clean out Jared's dressers so bad.
That's what I need to do as my dresser.
His dresser, 87 t-shirts. I'm going to count them. I'm going to make a reel. Stay
Let's see.
tuned.
And they're just like old work shirts, just whatever.
So I sleep in all of his old fire department uniform shirts.
Mm-hmm.
That is my sleep attire if
Yeah,
you needed
that's
to
your
know.
sleepwear.
That's what I wear. But also have like OCD, like it has to be one of those.
To
Or
sleep
something
in?
bad's going to happen to me. Let me tell you. Okay, deep dark secret.
Yeah, let's go.
So I've had this happen a couple times in my life, but I'm very OCD about the sleep shirt right now.
I know you have had some things off and on, but you don't always tell me. So
Yeah,
this is on.
This is
Okay.
on. So the night before I went to the hospital and got diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension,
Oh man.
I didn't wear one of the fire shirts.
And had you been,
I had been
why did you switch?
because they weren't like they were in the washer, they weren't dry yet.
Okay.
Or they might have been in the dryer, but they weren't dry when I was ready to go to bed. So I just put on a different t-shirt. And then I wake up sick and can't breathe and all the things and go to the hospital. And that shirt is probably what did it, you know?
Obviously, that is what did it.
No, like I've been like this my entire life. Like it goes back to when I was 4 and like my heart acted up for the first time with the SVT.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you exactly what I was wearing when I went to the hospital. It was this orange shirt, basketball, shorts that matched.
Okay.
And I never wore it again, like refused.
Is this like superstitious or
I don't
like what's
know.
the word?
Trauma. This is trauma. I can't wear the outfit again. So like not only did I not wear that t-shirt that I was wearing pulmonary hypertension day night again, obviously I have to stay in the fire shirts.
Well,
I don't know how to switch it.
you can't.
I know, but he's also not a firefighter, so we're not just getting more and more coming in anymore.
How many do you have?
I have a lot. He was doing it for 10 years.
Okay, so you've got enough.
Yeah.
But they
Until I
won't wear
don't.
out. Wait. Okay, that one time you gave me shorts and stuff. Why couldn't you wear those? That was something. You're like, I'm never going to wear these shorts again because
Oh, what kind of shorts? Were they like
athletic.
It was probably because it was like the summer and the weeks leading up to
Okay.
getting diagnosed, and I felt so bad. And like every memory I have, you know, my memory's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of the problem here too.
Mm-hmm.
My memory is crazy. So every memory I have and feeling like I'm dying, I was wearing it, and I can't do that. Because clearly it's going to make me think I'm dying again. I don't know. My brain is twisted.
Wow.
So I don't know if it's OCD or some trauma or just pure crazy.
Whatever you got to do to feel better. We're not switching the shirt now.
Gotta wear the shirt. I don't even know where we were going with that.
I don't either.
Took a
A real sharp left.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Laundry, I think, is where we were. And Joseph
Socks.
is very organized. Is that how we got there?
Yeah, he's very organized. I mean, that's fine. Good for you.
Yeah.
My closet is never going to look like that.
I think mine could if I didn't have Jarrett.
Oh, I thought you were going to say kids, but your oldest child.
My oldest, my 32-year-old child.
Yeah. I know. Sometimes it's them.
I mean, he's great. He helps with laundry.
Yeah.
He does things, but he is a grown child in other ways. So
Yeah, I'm ready to clean all my stuff out. You know, when you get
Spring
that
clean?
urge. Yeah. All of it. Gotta go.
I
Gotta
feel like
make
I do that
space.
so often, and I still have so much stuff every time. I'm like,
Yeah, you do. And didn't y'all just do a yard sale recently?
okay, we did a yard sale, but like we didn't like go through our house and plan to sell things. It was like morning of. It's like, what do we not want?
Oh, because it was like the whole.
It was the whole neighborhood. It wasn't just us doing one. So we just
Yeah.
put some stuff out. I mean, we sold some stuff.
What about that crib?
So the crib came from my parents' house. So
Okay.
it's been slept in maybe 5 times.
Are you going to sell it?
Yeah.
Did you try at the yard sale? Is that what? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I walked in with the crib in the living room here, you guys.
Yeah.
So I need to know what's going on.
It's not for us. So if you know anybody who needs a crib,
Okay, also, we did an episode on parenting attachment styles, like lawnmower.
oh yeah, and then like the bulldozer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if this technically falls into the same category, but I came upon it. And it's koala parenting.
Koalas.
And that just sounds adorable.
Are there other animal types of parenting? Because I feel like last time it was all machinery types. And now we've got the animals. Okay.
So I feel like when you think of a koala and their baby, that is what it's like. Like
Attached.
attached. Yeah, it's attachment style. So it's like skin to skin,
I did that.
co-sleeping.
Mm.
Wait, I need to hear about your skin to skin. What did y'all do? Because you had a C-section. What did you do it right then?
I didn't do it in the operating room. I still had my endo surgery to go after the baby was out.
Okay.
So,
That's just like, oh, see their face.
I mean, they knew they were gonna. It added, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Time is warped in that room. It added some time to the amount of time I was cut open and laying there, but they let Remy stay by my face the whole time.
Okay.
Well, and Mason, but Remy's most recent, so that's the one I can recall the best.
Mm-hmm.
They let her stay like on my face the whole time, like her cheek.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
And then Mason, we got back to my room. My family was in there, but like I still was able to, like, you know, cover myself, like put him and then a blanket.
So you did skin to skin then?
Yeah, like
I
as
did
soon-
not.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I got back to my room with Mason, with Remy, my blood pressure dropped real, real low. I was throwing up all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't do it as soon,
Mm-hmm.
but they gave me a shot. And once I was better, I did.
So now that you're saying this, Emma was gone 24 hours, I
Right.
think. And then Henry was not, but I did not do it.
Oh, really?
Did Jarrett do it?
Yeah. Like, I've got a picture of Jarrett shirt off in the recliner with both of the kids.
Yeah, we
He
didn't do
might
it.
have done skin to skin with Remy before I did because I was so unwell.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did because I was like, oh, priority.
Did you do it once you got home more?
Mm-hmm.
How often? What are we talking?
I breastfed, so it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
Just got them naked. I was already having to be naked. So that was super easy.
Did Jarrett do it again?
Yeah.
Man, I failed.
No. But no, he did. I've got a video of him like laying on the couch just
Okay.
holding Mason. Remy, I know he did, but not as much.
Mm-hmm.
Because, well, I say that. No, not as much.
No?
No.
Well, I didn't do it at all.
And look, it all worked out.
Another one is co-sleeping, which we've talked about this before. I did not co-sleep.
I did not co-sleep unless I accidentally fell asleep breastfeeding.
Okay, so not, I didn't breastfeed, but yeah, if I'm feeding you and then like Henry especially had to sit up for 30 minutes after.
That's right.
So I would be sitting up but with him on me. So if I was nodding off, for sure,
Yeah.
we did that. But they were both older. This was after the divorce. And then I was like, oh, what's anything matter now? You can definitely sleep with me. I mean, I didn't say come sleep with me. They were just, I feel like at that age where they ask or test or,
yeah.
Started out the weekend and then never stopped.
Yeah. And they slept in your bed for years.
Years. I had a king size bed. Let's do it.
Okay.
They were so little.
Yeah.
So we did do that.
My kids right now, I feel like, I've always been like, you can't sleep in my bed, but we can plan a sleepover.
Sleepover. Yeah.
And I feel like that's worked really well. When Jarrett was on shift, though, like you're saying, like if you asked me, what reason do I really have to say no?
Yeah.
Unless I was like staying up late and
Doing something else.
doing something, I'm like, no, because I'm going to keep you up too late.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, yeah.
And then if they wake up in the middle of the night, do you let them stay in your bed? Or do you put them back to bed?
So Mason can stay.
Mason can stay and Remy can't?
If she gets it together, she can, but she sleeps like a crazy person. She is like this.
Right. She's
And
the
so,
opposite
like,
of you.
her head is into my ribs. Jarrett's getting kicked in the nose. Nobody's having a good time except her.
Yeah.
Nobody's sleeping except her. So no, she cannot stay.
Okay.
Now, if she comes and she stays real still, sure.
So you give her a chance?
I give her a chance. But most of the time, no, she gotta go. And it depends what time it is, too. Like, if Jarrett's about to get up,
Mm-hmm.
because a lot of times she'll come down, like, right around 4, and he gets up at 4:30 every day.
Mm.
So if she comes down at 4, he's about to get out of the bed anyway.
Okay, so you let it ride out.
Because then she's got enough room to do a Zumba class
Right.
on her own.
Her tricks.
Yeah. Don't involve me.
Okay. Then another one is demonstrates responsiveness. So
What does that mean?
they're in touch with their child's emotions and work quickly to meet their needs. So, like as soon as they have a tantrum or as soon as they're sad.
I don't know if I'm a koala.
No, I didn't think you were.
No. I did they can sleep in my bed, and I did skin to skin.
Okay, this is respond quickly to their cries. Did you ever let them like cry it out?
Yeah. I sleep trained.
Oh yeah, this specifically says no training.
Oh. No, I just sleep trained.
I did not.
Now, you know what I didn't do? I didn't really potty train. I just kind of let that happen when it happened. Mason,
Yeah.
fully self-taught. Remy, I did have to encourage a little.
Mm-hmm.
But could I write a potty training book? No, I could not.
But you could do sleep training.
I mean, I'm not an expert.
What worked for you?
But it worked.
I know I've said this before. Emma just didn't even cry. She started sleeping through the night at 8 weeks. I tried to tell people that was normal.
What?
And then had to take that back, real
What
back.
a rude thing to say.
So I didn't have to do anything for her.
Henry got your karma coming, huh?
Oh my God. That was.
Okay, so with Mason, I did contact naps until my belly
Oh,
was
that's
too
right.
big with Remy. Like, I was pregnant with Remy. It was too big.
Yes.
So I contact napped with him pretty much until he was 15 months old.
Oh, that's a long stint.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would definitely rock to sleep or
Occasionally I'd put him down. But, like, if I had everything seemed like it could wait.
right. I mean,
And he was my only.
I was going to say, and especially with Emma, I had all the time in the world. We're reading
Yeah.
books, we're rocking, then I put you down.
I mean, I might put him down, but, like, so many days. Also, the world shut down
Mm-hmm.
when Mason was, 8 months old?
Mm-hmm.
And I was pregnant with Remy. I didn't have energy. I wanted to take a nap, too. So we're just going to lay on this couch like this.
I napped every time Emma napped.
That's good.
Before Henry, when I was like the weekend or a Monday home with her,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, it's time for you to go to sleep. I'm so tired.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I mean, I know people can still be tired, but she already slept through the night. I don't know what's wrong with me. Struggling.
I mean, it's still a big life change.
Yeah, exhausting. And then Henry cried all the time because he
Mhm.
was miserable with his reflux.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't think it technically counts with like reflux or anything like that, but like, yeah, if they're crying, I'm going to pick you up, I'm going to bounce you, I'm going to change your diaper or try to feed you or try to see like what works like immediately. Like, for me, I couldn't just let them cry.
I mean, sleep training was the only time I think I just let them cry.
Yeah, I feel like that's different. You know they're good. You've done
Right.
all the things.
You are fed. You are
Yeah.
clean. You are comfortable.
It's
You're
bedtime.
safe.
Yeah. I feel like I really struggled through the teething with all that crying and like what could I do?
My kids were troopers, I guess. I don't know. I just don't remember teething ever being like insane for me. Like, they got drooly
Yeah.
and their poop would get a little crazy, but no. Like, I don't remember teething being bad. Do you remember me complaining about that?
I mean, you mentioned it, but I don't think it was because I was like, oh, try a frozen rag because
Yeah.
all the things that they made back in the day, a whole Emma ago, like they couldn't really hold on to them
Right.
themselves.
Yeah.
Now I see these things
Yeah, we had plenty of options.
perfect.
Yeah. I just feel like my kids, I don't know, I was not bothered. But also if they were crying, I'm like, oh, like, that sucks. Like, I know your teeth hurt. But I don't remember them crying about teeth.
I feel like it was since Emma didn't cry, I feel like it was very noticeable with her.
Probably.
And like,
Mason had colic. I got broken in early.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like agitated would be the best word. And now that I know her personality, that very much tracks. Makes so much sense.
Mason was just drooly, like a fountain. And Remy, her cheeks would get really red. And I would always be like, is she getting sick?
Right.
And then, no, she always got a tooth instead of sick.
The sick. Did we already say, well, we said co-sleep, but this is also like sleep nearby for up to a year. Same room.
Okay, you know Jarrett moved Mason out of
No,
our
I'll never
room
forget.
one day while I was at work.
I'll never forget.
Didn't ask me. It wasn't a conversation. He just up and moved the crib. And he was 7 months old. So I didn't appreciate that.
Didn't you make him move it back down?
No, he offered.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, no.
Man,
I know.
you're a trooper.
But, I mean, I guess it all kind of worked out because not long after that I found out I was pregnant with Remy.
Yeah.
And I didn't want Mason to be like, oh, new baby's coming, I got kicked out.
Right.
I mean, he was 17 months old when she was born, so I feel like it kind of would have been that way even if I moved him out at a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know there's still some months in between, but I would have felt a way about that.
I still think that's so smart y'all had the crib in the room.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't do that. I had
Right.
the pack and play, and I was
That's
like,
right.
ugh.
Yeah, I was like, I know you're going to be in here with me,
Yeah.
so get comfy because you're going to be in here for a year. Why wouldn't you be in your bed?
Right.
Yeah.
It's just that initial move him over that I think is so hard.
No, it is hard. And then with Remy, I cried. Like with Mason, I was mad that he moved.
I mean, yeah, because he didn't ask you.
Yeah. And then Remy, I cried. Like I was like, no, like it's fine. It's time. It's whatever. Because she stayed in our room till her helmet was off.
Oh, that's right.
Because I was like, I don't want her overheating and me not
Just
knowing.
anything, yeah.
Like she's got this helmet on. I don't want it to come down over her face. I don't know. So she stayed until the helmet came off. And then like I knew it was time for her to go upstairs.
How old was she?
Who knows?
Okay.
Who knows? She was almost 1. I think I moved her upstairs 10 or 11 months old.
Okay. Everything hits different. Like the oldest hits a certain way, and then it's your baby, and that hits a certain way.
I was just sad. I remember crying and being like, oh, there's never going to be a crib in my room again.
Yeah.
And at that point, I wasn't sure I was done with kids, but I was pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, oh, there'll never be a crib in my room.
Yeah.
And I was sad.
Well, now there's one in your living room.
Now I have one in my living room.
Okay, the last thing it says is offers gentle guidance. So, like, I feel like how people talk about, like, gentle parenting now.
Mm.
I think that is naturally just me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm it before the term.
Yeah.
I'm just like, are you good? Let's talk about it. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Tell me your feelings.
I would love for you to have had a Mason. I just don't know. I would love to be. And with Remy, I've said it before, I get to be.
Right. I mean, that's what the reels are like. I would gentle a gentle kid, gentle parent a gentle child, but yeah, it just applies where it applies.
Mm-hmm. I would love to be that.
No, I don't know what I would do. We don't know.
Do I start out there? Sure.
Yeah.
By nature, am I super patient? No, I'm not patient. I'm not very tolerant. I already told you to do something, do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then add on Mason's crazy.
Yeah.
I say that in the most loving way.
Yeah. But yeah, you get to be it with Remy. She's
I get to just be the parent I thought I would be.
like what you thought it was going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, she does lose her mind occasionally. Don't get me wrong. She's still a child. But for the most part, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, don't do that. And she bursts into tears, which that's probably not healthy either. But Mason's going to tell me no and tell me all the reasons why not.
Right. It's fun.
Mm.
It's so fun for you.
That's good.
Well, then we're going to stick with you're a golf cart parent that you named yourself, that we made up, that whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be a piece of machinery, so I'm going to be a koala.
Okay, so you are responsive.
I think I was all those things when they were little. I mean, obviously we're not co-sleeping anymore
No.
or skin to skin.
That'd be weird.
Yeah, we've outgrown all these things, but
Yeah.
I would say we have a really strong attachment style to one another.
Yeah. I feel like my kids and I are pretty attached.
Yeah.
But I don't identify as a koala.
We'll find you another animal
Yeah, it's not that.
when it comes up.
I need you to do some research.
Okay.
Animal attachments.
Okay, we'll come back to that. Thank y'all for listening, and we do have some exclusive content out now that you can subscribe for on our Instagram. You can ask us for certain things, topics, but we do have some shows we've recorded that have not been released.
And that we're not going to release to just everyone.
Yeah, not everybody can listen. So don't forget to follow us on Apple and Spotify and our Instagram. Bye.